Hello everyone, welcome. I'm Isaac Umbras, and today we are back in Ford Racing 3. I hope everyone's doing well. Today we're going to be going through the Ford competition, getting as many of these championships won as possible. I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited as well. We have a lot to do, and I think we're going to have some fun with this. So let's dive into the Ford competition.
Ford competition allows you to compete in a series of competitions. Winning the competitions allows you to collect vehicles and tracks.
Yep, so we get even more tracks, more vehicles, all that fun stuff. And we get to do full-on, championships with some of these vehicles that we've won. The first one, movie car chases. Basically get a bunch of the classic cars here. And we get a lot of different options. Honestly, I'm thinking, a lot of them are kind of right around like the same performance level. Like these are literally like almost the exact same. The 73 and the 71 Mustang Mach 1. Welcome Ford Chobuchichi. I think I will probably actually get a car that is a movie related car. So I am probably going to go with the 73 Mustang Mach 1, I think. I mean, I think this would be a good option. Yes. The final iteration of the Mach 1 package in the original Gen 1 Mustang lineup. Unfortunately, the gas crisis really hurt these cars, but it was very nice. You know, it was the swan song of the golden age of muscle cars. Oh, okay. Not exactly a good start, but we can salvage it. Alright, let's see if we can't get up ahead. Nice and smooth. We get to use this beautiful, I believe the version in here has the 351 Windsor, as it's got the same performance as the 71 Mustang, which in the Ford Racing 2 also had a 351 license plate. So yeah, it had I believe this one also has a 351 Windsor option in it. I mean, beautiful looks as well with the kind of tri-tone or two-tone paint with the black rear and the black stripes as well. Kind of, you know, a little bit of reminiscent of Gone in 60 Seconds. We are keeping it nice and smooth through the bridges in this beautiful fall foliage. It's getting cold as well, IRL, which is nice. The leaves are starting to change. This is the perfect time to play this game, because you get a lot of like the fall tracks and everything. It really feels like a fall winter game. Honestly, kind of same with Need for Speed 2015. Both of them, like when I play them, I really get like fall into like winter vibes, you know? The air is cooling down a little bit. You know, you're getting kind of wetter weather. All of that stuff. And it really, you know, feels like it kind of fits these games. Whereas like other games kind of feel more like spring, summery. Like honestly, Tokyo Stream Racer 3, for some reason whenever I play that, I feel very summery, you know? Honestly, all the highway-based Tokyo Stream Racers feel very summery. Need for Speed Underground 1, and even Underground 2 feels very summery. So certain games have like the different vibes. Ford Racing 2 feels very kind of like spring summery, I think, as well, with a lot more kind of warmer tracks, from deserts to rainforests to, you know, Miami and that type of stuff. Much more, you know, kind of warm, vibrant, you know, brighter colors. So this is a little bit more muted in its color palette, kind of. Like there's just like a slight kind of cooler color filter over it. But then you also have, you know, a lot of like, you know, your more, you know, fall and fall tracks, as well as some of your first snow tracks in the game. And yeah, it feels very, very, you know, fall and winter coded. So it really fits. It fits, you know, this time of year perfectly, actually. I didn't intend for that to be the case. But yeah.
You win.
There we go. Beautiful. There we go. Awesome. 2 Mustang Mach 1s right back to back, first and second. I will happily take that. Yes, next round. Welcome, Blood Wolf. Hope you're well. Wait, did this have the Windsor or does this have the Cleveland? I'm gonna double checking now. Nope, my apologies. It had the Cleveland option. So you either had the 302 Windsor, or you could have your choice of either a 2-barrel 51 Cleveland or the 4-barrel 51 Cleveland. How's things? I'm hanging in there. Work has been hectic, to say the least. I've been kind of very rapidly brought on to a bunch of new projects, and on one hand it is an honor to, you know, kind of essentially be taking points on a lot of these projects. On the other hand, it has been incredibly stressful, and I've been doing a lot more than 40 hours a week, I think. So I'm a little exhausted. Welcome, Jasmine. Finally made it to the show with them. Yeah, good to see you here. Right now we're racing forwards. We got ourselves a Mustang Mach 1. And this thing, oh, it is a beautiful machine. Absolutely lovely. Absolutely no issues whatsoever. Just smooth sailing. But yeah, this is gorgeous. It drives beautifully, and we got a lot of very beautiful scenic routes to take these cars on as well. There we go, big drift. Huge drift through there. Hope you guys got some exciting things in December. Yeah, you guys got a couple of endurance races, don't you? I'm wishing y'all the best. Hopefully it goes well for y'all. Down to the brakes. Keep it in fourth. Fourth is probably the best way to do it. Past the giant Buddhist statue. It is cool as well how much more international the Ford Racing 3 tracks are. Ford Racing 2 feels mostly in the United States, but Ford Racing 3 is kind of a lot more like broad, you know, kind of around the world. Plus the Bathurst, we got 2 cars. Ooh, nice. Who are the drivers for each? What's up? How am I doing tonight? I'm doing all right. A little tired from work and everything like that, but we're vibing here. We are Ford Racing. We are Ford Racing 3ing. And we are in the first of the many championships with our 351 Cleveland powered Ford Mustang Mach 1. The last Mach 1, as well as, well, the last of the first generation Mach 1s of the 1978 year, as afterwards the gas crisis and everything, and the tightening emission standards really kind of put a damper on the muscle car wars of the late 60s and early 70s. This one's stylized like the Mustang that was featured in the original Gone in 60 Seconds. So it is nice. The 992 Porsche got Quant, Octavian, me. Second one is going to be Default Zero and Katsanobi. I don't know Katsanobi, but I do wish best of luck to all of y'all. Hopefully it hopefully it goes well for y'all. 12 hours is a long race, but you should be fine, I think. But yeah, this is a beautiful round. Instead of watching a photo racing TV, ever been to pick. Uh-oh. Okay.
3, 2.
What is the bone to pick? Watch some rules about this. I'll take your word for it. I'm not a big fan of rear engine and mid-engine cars, so I will definitely take your word for it. Oh gosh, what is the bone to pick? Did I get something wrong? I probably got something wrong. A lot of facts I say or stuff like that a lot of times are based on memory. So do take them with a grain of salt. For the most part, I'm pretty accurate. Fairly accurate. Got another Craftsman. My pizza topping's questionable. Nah, see, I like pineapple, bacon, and jalapeno. That's good stuff. I'm not even gonna pretend it's like, you know, traditional Italian or whatever. It's totally Americanized and bastardized and all that stuff. But like, I think it tastes good. You get the sauciness and the cheesiness in the pizza. You get the savoriness from the bacon. You gotta make sure it's crispy bacon as well. You get the sweetness of the pineapple that also, you know, kind of goes well with the bacon. You know, pork and pineapple always goes well together. And then you get the added heat of the jalapenos to really, you know, kick it up a notch. I like it. There was talk about how even the NSX Zevo I tried is. Yeah, I'm not particularly fond of the NSX either, but Sadi makes it work. I got a lot of respect for him. Should try extra cheese and light sauce. If it weren't cheesy sticks, I just get that as a side. Nah, I'm joking. Like, get what you want. Get what you want on your pizza. For real, like, it's not that like a major deal to me, but specifically, if you're buying it and you're eating it, that's your prerogative. Also like Australian pizza, where they got a fried egg on the pizza. That's an interesting one. I kind of like it, but I gotta be in the mood for that one. There we go. Beautiful. Nice. Very. Oh, we didn't get the best time though. Almost. And I heard that on your focusing video. Thought that was funny. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Well done. You came first.
There we go. We came first. Lambo super snappy for some reason. Yeah, the Lambo doesn't really particularly like bumps. So that one you gotta be a little bit careful in. Nissan should be quite strong at Bathurst, depending on the BOP.
Cup collected.
Nice, our first cup, our first championship.
Competition unlocked.
Nice. Alrighty, what do we got next? We got the off-road rumblings and we got class competition. Let's get the off-road rumblings next. Get ourselves a little bit of variance. Ooh. Alright, we got 4 races this time. And we get some off-road trucks. We got this Explorer Sport Track. The F-150 for FX4. The F-150 4x4. It's basically like the same truck. The F100 and the F1. I want to get the Explorer Sport Track XLT. I'm gonna get that one. in the AMG Evo, even though it's the fastest. I don't know. I find I enjoy the Evo or in Bathurst. Like I do a pretty good job on that one, but I've got the rhythm pretty strong on that track, I think. It'd be funny if there was a Ford tractor in this game. I mean, there's a Ford Model T and a Ford Model A, so that's probably the closest you can get performance-wise to a Ford tractor. Getting some of the original Fords. I think people probably would be turned off about driving a tractor though. In a full-on like racing game. Thinking about the Mustang Boss 10-liter constant. 10 liters is a huge amount of displacement compared to what even the largest displacement Boss has had at that time. So that is crazy. I doubt that that would be a production vehicle for sure. Especially given the kind of recession that happened kind of during the 90s. People probably don't want a extra thirsty 10-liter engine. That is huge. Like you get diesel engines that aren't even that big. Holy moly. Oh gosh, okay, very bumpy. Very bumpy through the corners. You gotta be a little bit careful not to get it bent out of shape. But yeah, this is what I mean with when I feel like the game is definitely very fall and winter coded. Like most of the tracks are kind of like either snowy or fall vibes, which I like. Wishing Nissan liveries look sick. Yeah, for real. I'm wishing you all the best of luck with that. Hopefully the race goes well for y'all. There we go, a little bit of a slide, a little itty bitty slide here. We're good, we're good, we're good. Talk about Fords, I do have an old Ford tractor. Oh, I'm based. I don't know exactly. Yeah, I imagine, I'm trying to remember, do tractors get VIN codes? I don't think so. So I might make it more difficult to get the exact year of tractor. So for that it'd be harder to, you know, kind of pick out the exact vintage of that. New walks are becoming interesting to you now. Seeing lots of new cars, or starting to get, you know, kind of the, you know, warmer spring summer vibes, because you're a southern hemisphere. Getting, you know, warmer weather, more beautiful, you know, environment and scenery and everything. Not that winter can't be beautiful, but like, you know, like you're getting more like the flowers and all that stuff, and more lively. It's not brutal and cold or wet. So I'm gonna get an update. Sure. How's she been? I haven't heard for about that in a little while.
Finish.
Oh boy. The good news is the surgeon's plan. The bad news is this.
You win.
Ooh. I mean that's only. That's only like 4 or 5 months away, depending on how soon in February. That's not terrible. But yeah, that is still rough. I do wish her a speedy recovery. Nice. There we go. This little V6, the little 4-liter V6, beating out a lot of the V8s here on this track. Very, very nice. We're a lot more compact than a lot of the larger Ford F-150s. So we can use the agility to really, you know, keep ourselves, you know, planted on the snow. This is designed to kind of be like the mid-range truck option between the very small the Ford Ranger and the larger Ford F-Series trucks. It's designed to be like kind of the mid-range, almost crew cab, basically taking the SUV and then giving it an integrated cargo tray. It was sold for a decent amount of time actually. from 2001 to 2005, which isn't bad for a fairly experimental kind of SUV truck hybrid. I should have used the boost there. I'm not gonna really get a much chance to use it elsewhere. And you can see as well, like, yeah, it's a lot of, you know, wintry tracks in the especially in the off-road category. Come on, let's make sure we use all the 210 horsepower that we got here. She's still in pain from time to time. She's so sick of the wheelchair. She's always been thinking about just trying to walk. Yeah, just gotta hold on a little bit longer. The thing of this is her, you know, getting a little bit of extra training in arms and everything like that. You know, a bit more, you know, the biceps, triceps, and the shoulder, lats, I believe. The lats. That's kind of like shoulder back. Close enough though. Getting the lat training. But yeah, no, that is totally understandable to not want to be, you know, confined and everything, especially if you know you're not necessarily used to that. I totally get that. Track looks like the very first Middle game. A little bit. It kind of has that. Kind of reminds me almost like like one of the old like Nintendo 64 James Bond like areas. Like yeah, heading to Russia or something. They're already massive. Based. Oh, speaking of which, Bloodwolf. Did you hear they're actually closing down Pittsburgh International Raceway? This was the last year's in operation. Unfortunately, they just couldn't keep it running. Got too expensive, so they sold the lands. And I got mixed feelings on it. On one hand, it is sad to see a racetrack go, but they are building a massive like tech and data center there, which for the land that it's on should be about 50 to 100 temporary construction jobs as it's being built for about 2 years, and then it'll be about directly around 150 to 300 jobs to that region. And as someone that went to college there and, you know, lived there for a while, they desperately need a good variety of the white collar and blue collar jobs, I think. So I'm a little bit sad to see it go, especially because that was basically like a lot of my college memories was like during the weekends going and watching some of the SCCA races for like $10 there. But yeah, it will be probably really good for the area, you know, getting people working and everything like that, because people desperately need the work. Alright, now we're going tropical. Yes, getting that extra acceleration. We're a lot lighter than a lot of these bigger trucks as well, which is really good. We're only weighing around 4,300 pounds, which isn't too bad. It's not great. Like it's obviously not sports car level pace, but it could definitely be worse. It could definitely be worse. Oh gosh. Oh boy. Bump, little bit of a nudge. Yeah, I think this is a new track. I don't think we've raced on this one before in the Ford Challenge. So this will be another track collector. We're getting a lot of tracks added for this race, for this championship. Through the laughing man. Tiki tiki tiki. Yeah, okay, this has a little bit more kind of tropical vibe and everything. Yeah, Kennywood is there. And I mean, you're still not that far away from Mid-Ohio. You're only about like an hour and 20 minutes away from Mid-Ohio. So like that's still like, you know, you can still stay in like Pittsburgh area and everything like that and go to a race in Mid-Ohio and all that stuff. Especially because like Concord, Ohio. Is it Concord? I believe it's like the closest like actual town. there isn't a whole lot of hotels in that area. But yeah, you got a lot of stuff you can do there. You can go see a Pirates game, see baseball, see the Steelers. Honestly, I have been to Heinz Field. It is genuinely a really good facility. Even if I'm not a big sports fan, I have gone to a game when I was at college there, and it's nice. You have to go in Ohio though. I mean, true, but to be fair, Ohio isn't that bad. Like I have driven through Cleveland. Okay, Cleveland's a pain in the ass to drive into. Definitely if you can. Make sure you plan out your route ahead of time, and make sure you like plan out parking ahead of time. Because holy moly, Cleveland is a little bit of a pain in the ass to navigate. But then again, I'm not a big, I don't know, I'm not a big cities person in general. Ironically, of all like the cities, Pittsburgh is definitely one of the most unique to navigate, but I don't hate navigating Pittsburgh like I do navigating like DC or Cleveland. Yeah, DC is genuinely the worst to like actually drive through. If you can, genuinely use like the light rail to like park on the outskirts and then use the light rail to get into where you need to go. Because it is it is a pain in the ass to actually try to drive through DC. You get six-way intersections. Like that is really strange. Yeah, Pittsburgh's not bad. The biggest thing is some of the bridge highway sections where you get on an on-ramp on like a quarter-mile long bridge, right, from the left. And your exit is all the way like 5 lanes over on the right, and you gotta find a way during rush hour traffic to move over 5 lanes in a quarter of a mile, while other people are trying to move left 5 lanes in a quarter of a mile. That is probably the worst part about Pittsburgh. And if you ever go there and you see that bridge, you would know exactly the bridge I'm talking about, because you almost guaranteed to have to drive on it. Is it Philly bigger than Pittsburgh? Let me check that actually. So Philadelphia is 141.7 square miles and 1.6 million people. Pittsburgh is 58.34 square miles, so about a third of the size of Philly, and 307,000 people. So yeah, Pittsburgh is less dense than Philly. Pittsburgh is less dense than Philadelphia. But yeah, it's still, you know, a little bit, it's still tricky to navigate. Like, yeah, Philly is definitely tricky to navigate as well, but Philly feels more like kind of a standard large American city. With its like urban sprawl. Pittsburgh almost feels like it's like a city that is like two layers, basically. It feels like a layered cake. Like you literally get like two layers, like an upper Pittsburgh and like a lower Pittsburgh. And it feels a little bit strange. Plus also like you were literally like in the mountains. So you gotta deal with that combined with an urban environment, which makes it a very unique experience. I still enjoy it though. Like I think Pittsburgh is a genuinely beautiful city. Like of all those cities I've kind of been into for like an extended period of time, I do genuinely actually, like I feel like I could actually live in Pittsburgh for like a decent chunk of my life and feel like, you know, not like I hate myself. And I don't even feel that way about Baltimore. Like I love Baltimore. I want the best for Baltimore. I want the best for the Baltimore people. But like, I have Baltimore ain't for me. Amsterdam is a nightmare. I've never been to Amsterdam, so I've never been outside of the States, so after that, I don't know, it'd be kind of cool to visit. Before I go, I want her to be healthy so you can enjoy time with her. Yeah, that makes sense. Plus, also, unless you really want to go like skiing or snowboarding, there ain't a whole lot to do in the winter time up in that region. It is very like a lot of your stuff is kind of like your spring, summer, and like September basically, maybe early October for like big events and like all that kind of fun stuff. I mean, I guess if you're into like productions and plays and like, you know, music and all that stuff, you do get a decent amount of stuff for the like Heinz Theater, which is genuinely a beautiful theater as well. It's got really good acoustics. I've been there a couple times because I have my humanities classes where we've seen like, you know, different the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra doing different you know, productions and everything.
Track collected.
As well as a few like, you know, actual like plays and all that as well. It's like a bird's eye view of Amsterdam. It's like a carless city streets that barely wide enough for one car, and they have two. Oh gosh.
You came first.
And then you have all the cyclists as well. Are cyclists in the Netherlands as bad as cyclists in the States? Ooh, the Ford F100, nice.
Car collected.
And the RS200.
Livery
Heck yeah.
collected. Cup collected. Competition unlocked.
Competition unlocked.
Competition unlocked.
Competition unlocked. The average road width is like 10. Oh gosh, that is horrible. Yeah.
A classic competition.
That's, oh boy, that is rough. Alright, so we can get the, okay, so we can get a classic car and a modern vehicle, the Crown Victoria. Ooh, okay. This will be a fun one. Got a 4-race championship here. We can use a variety of classic cars. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that looks good. That looks really, really nice. Yep, I'm gonna use the Falcon, the XB Falcon. I'm saying it's 150 years old. Yeah, so it predates the you know, the invention of the automobile by a little bit. Yes, the Ford Falcon. Yes. The Australian muscle car through from 73 to 76. Very short window it was being made. Very powerful. So it's basically designed for horses. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. That was the means of transportation back then. So, you know, you had that going for it. Oh gosh. Alright, top 3 are all Ford GTs. Although we are absolutely kicking butt here. Just look at that. That is a beautiful machine. Even with Ford Racing 3's kind of not the best car models. The cars kind of look like they're almost kind of made out of plastic and, you know, with stickers on them. But like, it's like for a budget game, it's not bad per se. But yeah, let's kick butt through here. I like how both the classic cars you use are both in 1973. I wasn't intending for that. I'm just kind of picking a vehicle that kind of tickled my fancy. But yeah, 73. Oh yeah, just listening to the V8 as well. But yeah, total for the GT variants of the XB Falcon only around 1,000 were produced, primarily due to the global kind of oil crisis and everything. He wouldn't necessarily want, you know, the big, you know, muscle cars at the time. Standard XB Falcons were much more prevalent, around a little over 200,000. So we had that going for it. But yeah, it is a very rare beast today. Honestly, I'd love to own one of these. Get one imported to the States. Everyone's a JDM vehicle. Nah, give me an Aussie muscle car. Since how it's designed mostly for the center. It's the biggest populous city in Netherlands by population. How many people in Amsterdam? And what is the current population? It's what, like, it's gotta be pretty high if it's like the largest city in the Netherlands. And Netherlands doesn't exactly have a lot of land mass. Yeah, y'all are basically like the kings of reclaiming the sea. Yum. $934,000. Okay, that's a decent size actually. Now I'll cram into that space. Damn. Okay. Yes. Although we didn't quite beat the Mach 1 times, unfortunately. A little bit slower there. A little bit slower than the Mach 1 Mustang. Funnily enough, this also has the Cleveland V8 with around 300 horsepower and 380 foot-pounds of torque. Now, it only came with a 4-speed manual or a 3-speed automatic. So the 5-speed here is a little bit inaccurate, shall we say.
3, 2.
But at least gives us a little bit more control over the car. We got the 4-barrel Holley carburetor. Very nice. Beautiful machine. Alright, we're on City Highway. This is the eliminator race, so every lap 2 cars get eliminated. So we gotta make sure we are out of the elimination positions each lap. Going from very New England Americana to very kind of Asian inspired night racing. That is beautiful though. Yeah, technically we shouldn't have a 4-speed. Sorry, technically we should only have a 4-speed, but we got a 5-speed. I'll take it though. Top speed IRL is around 135 miles an hour. 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. Beautiful, powerful V8 Australian muscle car. With sporting a wider track than earlier Falcon variants with better handling, as well as improved styling. The whole country population is 18 million. So that is 544 per square kilometer. Jeez, y'all are kind of crammed in there like sardines. I counted 5 modern Ford Broncos today. Dang, that's selling well down there then, huh? That's pretty cool, actually. Honestly, I kind of like the styling of the modern Broncos. I'm not a big SUV guy, but like I kind of like those more than the modern Jeeps for sure. It might just be due to the novelty of them, but I like it.
Vehicles 5 and 6 have been eliminated.
Oh, there we go. I like how almost all but one of them were all classic Ford GT cars as well. That's kind of funny actually. It is the race of the historic Ford GTs. But not that kind of GT, the other GTs, like the GT badging. There we go. Keep it nice and smooth through here. Yeah, this is an amazing. We are absolutely dominating this race right now. Unfortunately, that's because the earlier championships are on easy mode, and you can't change them like you can the Ford Challenge races. So it does mean we kind of, yeah, get lulled into a false sense of security, a false sense of, you know, all of that stuff. Yeah, let's drive this vehicle to its absolute limits. Absolutely throw around its 3,500 pound weight. And so this is nice. The village has 5,600 people living in it. And how big is your village in terms of like square kilometers? Alright, final lap here. Alright, it is Falcon versus Falcon. Although we are considerably ahead of the other Falcon. We are, we're kind of, this is a little bit awkward, isn't it? We're just kind of going out for a Sunday night drive, you know, just cruising, just vibing. Just enjoying ourselves. Absolutely no issues. .51 square. Jeez. Okay, so that you basically have. Oh gosh. So you got probably just a little over 500 people per square kilometer. That's oh jeez. That's still fairly dense. Like for what is considered like, you know, a village. That's interesting. Actually, it's probably close to like 600 people per square kilometer.
Finish.
Jeez.
You win.
Nice. There we go. There's another. It's still not as fast as the Mach 1 Mustang. If just barely. Just a little itty bitty bit slower. Just a little tiny bit slower. Alright. Next round. Let's do this. The other cool thing about the XB Falcon is this is technically kind of a movie star car as well, as it serves as the base for Mad Max's Pursuit Special Interceptor in the 1979 film Mad Max, as well as having cameos in later sequels. So while we did use, you know, the Gone in 60 Seconds Mustang for the movie car chases, this could have been a very valid choice for movie car chases as well, having a lot of that movie star power. In addition to that, it has a decent amount of racing legacy, winning the Australian Touring Car Championships in both 1976 and 1977 by Alan Moffat. In addition, it won the 1974 Bathurst 1000. Oh wait, no, that was an XAGT. Okay, so just a little bit before the XB specials and everything. But still, it is cool. It had a decent amount of racing pedigree. It also had won the 1974 Sandown 250 as well. So it has that little bit of extra little tidbit for it, extra little racing pedigree. But it's silent. It's not busy with cars. It's just young people on electric bikes trying to pull off the bikes because they. Fair. Yeah, the youths on their electric scooters and electric bikes. Does this card also come with spotter shouting foot falcon every time you set it? I mean, you could probably get that as an option. Although being a very expensive option given the fact that pristine examples and modern, mint examples for the XP Falcon GTs go for well over $100,000 in auction today. It is an absolute legend and legacy vehicle that really, you know, it is part of, you know, Australia's motor racing history, motor racing legacy. It's a beautiful machine as well. Alright, back off of the highway, onto the roots of the tooth, braking just before the hairpin. There we go. It's weird that we have Australian cars though, when none of these tracks really feel particularly Australian. Maybe some of like the beach tracks or the off-road races, but like the tracks that this car can race on, it doesn't feel particularly like, none of them feel particularly Australian. Yeah, they get things that kind of feel more like, you know, New England, you know, Northeast America, or, you know, kind of more, you know, like Asian, like Japanese inspired. Not too many like Australian tracks. Dang, slower than a Torino, really? Damn. Big Sag. Big Sag. Alright, round 4. Lost Village is another elimination. It is another elimination. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, let us Asley send it. Final round for this 351 Windsor 4-barrel carb. Big power, big launch right from the start. Getting it a little bit. Oh gosh, getting this Priceless Classic absolutely dirty as well on this track. So make sure we try to take as much care of it as we can. Alright, keep it smooth through here. Nice and smooth through these corners. There we go, absolutely dominating. Back again to the left. Yeah, this is a beautiful machine. It's getting us a little bit of a taste of, you know, some of the championships to come, where we begin moving on to faster vehicles and tougher competition. We already got a decent start going with the you know, one classic car championship, one truck championship. Oh, this race would be the last of another classic car championship. So that'd be great. We get to fill out our classic car collection. All kinds of beautiful machines. The good thing the hospital does every month, someone comes to administer painkillers, so she's taken care of while she's fair enough. That's good. Hopefully she recovers as well. Hopefully she recovers as well. As someone who still kind of deals with some slight side effects from his surgery, just like occasionally, like when I yawn, sometimes like I get like a Charlie horse in my neck now post surgery, and I never That's a weird feeling for sure. Where like your muscles almost kind of like lock in their place. It's kind of painful, actually, but it's not too bad. Like you just kind of get used to it. You just kind of vibe. Kind of have to like, you know, when it happens, you're like, oh, yep, it happened. All right, gotta massage my neck muscles to like get them to not lock up again. Attention tells me they shocked to see it because of it. Lol, it's like, oh my gosh, strong lady. I mean, based. Honestly, you should see if she's willing to do like D&D with y'all. That could be a cool date night idea. Get like a virtual tabletop, like a Roll20 or whatever. Get like D&D Beyonds. Have her create some characters and everything. See if she's got any other like, you know, close friends that you can maybe like DM for or what have you. That could honestly would be a cool kind of like date night type of thing. You know, for abroad. Just been thinking about it. Okay, sweet. Okay, that could, you know, because that is definitely something to do kind of like long distance where you can, you know, see and hear each other over VC and everything and still, you know, interact and have fun. And to test your cooperation and problem solving skills. Oh, sorry. Like I said, work is genuinely been kind of killing me a little bit. I am a little bit EP. I am an EP boy. Oh, I'm so sad I'm missing Bathurst this weekend. But it is my little sister's birthday coming up, so I'm gonna be heading out to visit her that day for like a birthday party. I already kind of gave her my like main birthday gift. I took her out to get hot pots Sunday night, and that was really fun. That was her first time doing hot pot, so it was really cool. You know, she really enjoyed that. She liked that a lot. But yeah. Honestly, I never thought I would have liked hot pot. Like the way it was described was like, oh, you're kind of like boiling various things in like soup, you're cooking it in soup. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I like it. It's actually really tasty because the soups are like, you know, flavorful. They got lots of like the herbs and everything. I like the spicy Szechuan and herb soup. That's my favorite. It adds a lot of heat to the meat.
Well done. You came first.
There we go. Ooh. Probably maybe 1 or 2 more championships.
Collected.
And we will get the galaxy.
Livery pack collected.
And we will have the
Livery pack collected. Cup collected.
it just tastes good. It tastes good.
Competition unlocked.
Competition unlocked. Competition unlocked. Competition unlocked. Alright, let's do the Special Vehicles Team Championship. We'll do this one first.
Special Vehicles Team.
Alright, so we can do the SVT Cobra, a very balanced vehicle. We can do the SVT Focus, less speed. Same acceleration. Definitely a reduction in weight. You can do the SVT Lightning. Both of these are pretty much the exact same in terms of performance. And then both of these are also pretty much the exact same, because they are the exact same. But what I'm going to get is the SVT Cobra R. I'm going to pick the SVT Cobra R. Okay, I believe I already said it once, but she's... Dang, nice. Based. I'm gonna get it in red. It just looks so good in red. Yes.
3, 2, 1.
yeah, this is beautiful. Track and performance focused 4th gen Mustang with the very radical body kit. Oh gosh. First place. Holy moly, first place went flying. Alright, we gotta catch that up. Thankfully it's a big old truck, so we got the speed to get by it. Goodbye. So long and farewell. Oh yeah, this is a lot faster than the this is a lot faster than the classic cars we were driving previously. Holy moly, this has speed. Some serious speed as well. I like this. I like this a lot. Going past this beautiful fall coastline, past the marinas, past all the luxury boats docked out into the harbor. Through the covered bridge. Oh, both of the SVTs have fallen down. Both of the focuses have fallen. I was talking to it, but I guess. Oh, rip. I mean, yeah, it is, 10 o'clock here, so it's getting close to night time, close to kind of a lot of people's bedtimes and everything. Makes sense, makes sense. Hopefully she rests well. Yeah, no, I can imagine, having back injuries is no joke. I'm hoping that the next surgery, helps her out. Oh, this is just such a beautiful scenery as well. Just a bunch of I mean, it looks better with the classic cars versus the modern cars. But even the modern Fords, kind of going through this area, this kind of, quiet. It definitely feels very kind of like a wealthy, silent area and everything. We got the SVT Cobra. Honestly, it's fairly decently modeled, all things considered. Yes. Beautiful machine. Come on, big old V8 giving me lots of power. We got the side exit exhaust as well. Except you gotta cover right. Yeah, for real. That's stuff you don't want to take too many risks with, for sure. Beautiful. But yeah, the SVT are well-preserved examples nowadays also fetch well over $100,000. Only 300 of these were produced at Ford's Ontario plant in Canada. Depends on what paint. Yeah, true as well. Gotta be careful with that too. Well, we got the 5.4 liter double overhead cam V8. Got aluminum heads. 385 horsepower. Also, they got this car wrong as well. Because in this game, it only has a 5-speed. Whereas IRL, it has a 6-speed. That's a little bit like it's literally only gone to 5th gear. They lied. They got it wrong. Rip. They got a car with a 4-speed, a 5-speed, and they got a car with a 6-speed, a 5-speed. Making my way downtown, boosting fast. Trees are passing, I'm homebound. Welcome, soccer. Hope you all well. Right now, we are in the SVT Championship of Ford Racing 3. We are making some very strong progress here. Absolutely tearing up this highway course. Okay, watch the airtime. Gotta straight line this jump. Big slide too. Alright, once we round this corner, boost time. Yes, 165 miles an hour. Absolutely kind of maxing it out. Although the real SVT Cobra can go a little bit quicker. I believe it's around like 175 miles an hour. That's not too far off. It's not too far off. But yeah, this thing, it's got some serious power. Some serious traction as well. Independent rear suspension. Definitely one of the first for a Mustang of its time. Extreme rarity, extreme body kits. Serious power. It's an absolute beast for its era. Oh boy, okay. Gotta be a little bit cautious through these corners though. Yeah. Not too cautious, but definitely cautious enough. Alright, so yeah, we're kind of maxing out realistically around 166, 165 miles an hour. Ow. I just wrecked a $100,000 car. That's not good. That is no good. That is muy malo, muy bad. Very, very bad. Alright, come on. Easy. Oh, that's a wrong. That is definitely the wrong trajectory for the jump. What's Cobra was known as the Terminator again? So the fourth generation did also get a Shelby, an SVT Cobra. That was known as the Terminator, but that was not the Cobra R. I forget which one was that one. Give me a second. Let me look that up real quick after the race. So the Terminator was the supercharged SVT Cobra, which was from 2003 to 2004. That one had the supercharged V8. That one had 390 horsepower. So slightly lower displacement because it had the 4.6 liter V8, but the supercharging kind of made up for the lack of displacement. Whereas this had the Whereas this one had the 5.4 liter V8. So the added displacement made it allowed it to make around 385 horsepower. So similar power to both, but there was a lot more Terminator Cobras than SVT Cobra R's. But yeah, we get, full-on vented Brembo disc in the front. And vented rear disc as well. Absolutely beautiful machine. 13.2 second quarter mile. Just a very, very, very quick machine. Alright, we are on the tooth. Okay, come on. Remember a video from that dude in blue where he drove a Terminator with 700. Yeah, you can tune him to some crazy horsepower. It is terrifying though. Like that much power in a road car is genuinely kind of scary. Even more so with, I believe the Terminator one had the solid rear axle still, which makes it a little bit spicy to drive. Me, I am quite happy with around like the 300 to 450 horsepower range in like a sporty vehicle. I think that is like you know, more than enough on my plates, where I can have a lot of fun with the car. Not that you can't have fun with less power, but like, you know, an ideal kind of like build, I think, for like a tuned vehicle would be like right around that like horsepower range. Probably in the lower end, I think. But I don't know, like I said, I've mostly only driven like Econo boxes my entire life, as I just not had the space to really, you know, work on like project cars or like do like a build or whatever. Especially nowadays, I don't have the time for that type of stuff. So I have genuinely considered getting like a GR Corolla. They're just kind of expensive right now, at least the markups and everything at the dealers. Is Honda bringing out a new Gen S2000? If they are, that'd be news to me. I hope so. That'd be super cool. I would absolutely love to see a new Gen S2000. Especially if it allows them to change from the Civic and Super GT. Because it feels weird seeing a front-engine rear-wheel drive Civic competing against things like a Nissan Z or like, you know, like the Toyota Lexuses that they run. It's just a little bit. It feels a little strange. It's like uncanny valley. But it'd be cool if they brought out a new Gen S2000. It's replaced by the Prelude. Okay. Huh. Interesting. That'll be an interesting one. And the Prelude will probably offer better streamlined aerodynamics for sure. But still, that is an interesting choice. I mean, the Super GT front engine rear wheel drive NSXs were already a little bit wonky, but still, it is what it is. Yum. The GT 500 cars, they're basically just kind of front engine prototypes at this stage. Next rounds. I think this is the final round. Ooh, racetrack. Okay. So this will be a new track as well. New Prelude is a disappointment. Right, with the CVT, right? I think. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
This track used to always give me so much trouble as a kid. Whoa, hey buddy, chill. But like nowadays, it's not that difficult. It is an interesting shape though. I just young me couldn't figure out how to properly brake for the hairpins on certain sections of the track, and would just kind of go full speed into the wall. Cause I was stupid and a kid. Now I'm stupid and an adult, but at least know how to brake. Then we're heading up into the forested section. New gen for the Honda S2000. Yeah, that'd be super cool if it is true. I hold my breath though. I'm not gonna say hold my breath though, just because there's, I don't know. It almost feels a little too good to be true. Just how many manufacturers are like, we're bringing this back, we're bringing that back, we're bringing like everything back. I'm like, I ain't too sure about that. Uh oh. Okay. Little bit, not exactly the best line there. Not exactly the best line. But we make this work. Ow. Hi. There we go. Let's get away from the trucks. Come on. Back up through the forest section. Gotta be careful on this one because you're going around a corner that is blind over a crest and then you go into a tight hairpin. Thankfully in the modern vehicles they're not too fast where you run into issues, but in the performance class, yeah, they get very tricky, very fast. There we go. We got a better run out of that hairpin than they did. That is good. We can extend the gap. The oval, quote unquote, on this track is also really weird. It just feels very strange. Like it kind of feels like it's just kind of haphazardly put together, and it's like, all right, we can kind of make an oval out of this. But it does not feel particularly ovally. It kind of feels like an oval in the sense that like Rockingham, UK is an oval, quote unquote. Oh, they are making a new S2000. Dang. Okay. Pretty cool.
You win.
Pretty cool, actually.
Track collected.
Yes. All right, do we got one more race, I think? Yeah, next round. Right, it is a medium championship. So we do get one more round. Nice. So the final round, we got our beautiful red Mustang on the beautiful fall foliage of the national park. Very nice. I'll take it. It's gonna be like 30,000? I don't know. I'm saying probably close to like 45,000. 45, maybe even 50,000. You gotta think cars are a lot more expensive now than they were back then. And like the old S2000 was kind of like in like the 30,000 range. I guarantee you it's just something like that. We're looking at probably like 40,000, 45,000. And that's MSRP. That's before dealer markups as well. If I were to hazard a guess, I'm expecting probably close to like super pricing. Probably. If I were to hazard a guess, I'm expecting close to super pricing with the new S2000 then. Completely spitballing, kind of vaguely, It's not even the 400Zs. They're like 30,000. Like that's like, considerably more expensive than that, I think, right? 300Zs. Sorry, the 400Z is like what? Like 35,000, 40,000. I think. Gosh, this thing is beautiful. Drives lovely. It sounds great. Definitely not realistic though. Not in the slightest. They did not get a lot of these vehicles right. But that is a-okay. We still vibing. We still vibing in the Ritz car. One more lap. Boom. Vehicles 3 and 4 have been eliminated. Alright, it's us versus the lightning. The lightning concept. Alright, let's do this. Let's absolutely leave them in the dust. Let's show them what a true muscle car can do, a true performance machine can do. You would have a 2-liter in line for making 350 horsepower. That seems about right for like a naturally aspirated vehicle. Even a turbocharged potentially. If it's kind of like a lower end tune or whatever, and designed for kind of like the reliability and all that stuff. Wonder if they'll use like the Civic Type R's 2-liter and just have it mounted longitudinally. That'd probably be the best way to like cost save. But on the other hand, if they want more like the kind of naturally aspirated vibes, you could probably still take the baseline for that, remove the turbo, and then work on making it more higher revving and everything.
You win.
Having it higher revving may be a lot more difficult in modern emissions and fuel economy standards and everything. That'd be
Well
tough.
done. You came first.
Yeah, we came first. Heck yeah. Level up.
Driver rating.
Expert.
Expert.
Heck yeah.
Collected.
Nice. We got the 49.
Livery pack collected. Car collected.
And of course we got, oh yes, the Ford Capri. Oh, that's it. Alright, take care, Bloodwolf. You have a great night, alright?
Livery pack collected. Cup collected.
Yes.
Competition unlocked.
Competition unlocked.
Competition unlocked.
Competition unlocked. Alright, let's do the truck trials. Ooh, alright, so yeah, we got four events. And we gotta use the truck for this one. Yeah, let's use something a little bit different there. We will use the F-150 FX4.
Car selected.
Let's do this. Yeah, we're going from the V6 of the Explorer Sport Track to the much larger Triton V8 of this F-150. Oh yeah, it is a big boy. I can already feel the heft compared to the Explorer. But I want to try to get a vehicle that is similar-ish to the vehicles we'll be up against, and kind of roughly within like the performance range and vehicle type range that the game kind of, you know, is gonna set for us for our opponents. So I didn't pick the rally car, even though I probably could have. I didn't pick the RS 200. I picked the big old truck because it is truck trials. So why would you use an RS 200 for a race that's, you know, technically supposed to be about trucks? Alright, nice and smooth. There we go, another boost. Whoa, Nelly! Oh gosh, we're going full like a rally raid here. Yeah, these events were not made for these tracks were not made for boost events.
Boost recharged.
Not one bit. Holy moly. These tracks are not made for boost events at all. They are beautiful tracks though. Very, you know, very tropical, very warm. Warm vibes. I like feeling warm. I like being warm. I don't like the cold as much. I do like fall though, but that's only because I get to do a lot of warm stuff in fall. You know, sweaters, nice warm kind of slow cooked meals, all that stuff. You know, fire pits and camping. Alright, we got another truck behind us. Another F-152, F-150 1 and 2. Although we are the newer F-150, that is the older, the previous, the 10th generation F-150, I believe. Oh gosh, we cannot keep it under control. We made it work though. And across the line. Yes. You know what's funny is this also has a 5-speed transmission. Despite the fact that the truck only came with a 4-speed automatic. Literally, they're just like, alright, what do we give this? 5-speed. What do we give this one? 5-speed. What about this one? 5-speed. Yeah. Nope, this one only came with the 4-speed automatic. Still, it served us well. Absolutely amazing Triton engine as well. 365 foot-pounds of torque. Although it is a long boy, a bit longer than the Explorer Sport Track. All right, going from a warm tropics to frigid, cold forests. Let's do this. Let's show that regardless of the environment, these trucks are ready to rumble. And rumble we will. We're gonna ford the river. Get it. Oh gosh, it's bumpy. It's bumpy. I don't like being bumpy. Yeah, the truck, because it's longer and it's heavier, so it does not handle. It does not like the bumps nearly as much as the Explorer does. I think. I feel. This feels a lot more rough around the edges on some of the bumps. We get some good acceleration now. Some really good torque. That's allowing us to get a good run out of a lot of these slow speed corners here. So as long as we can control the vehicle over the bumps, we'll be okay. Alright, come on. Nice and gentle. Oh gosh, that is not gentle. That is the exact opposite of gentle. That is the exact opposite of gentle. That is very bumpy.
Vehicles
Alright, so yeah, we got 2 F-150s in the top 2. 2 different generations as well. Oh boy. Come on. Nice and smooth here. We got a decent run ahead of the competition as well. We're doing pretty alright, I think. Like honestly, like they did a good job of like, you know, giving a decent amount of personality to a lot of these different areas and everything. Like this feels like kind of like a sleepy like Alaskan fishing village and everything. Very cold, very way up north, very secluded from everything else. Or if not like Alaskan, like definitely like northern Midwest. Like maybe like Wisconsin or like one of the Dakotas. Just very, very frigid, very chilly. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, we gotta be a little bit careful. Car does not like the bumps all that much, but we survive.
Vehicles 3 and 4 have been eliminated.
There we go. Cross the river one more time for this race. Yeah, the other Ford F-150 can't keep up with us. Absolutely dominant. Although this is also the last of the easy championships before it starts getting into the medium and then later on the hard championships. And hard is where, well, it gets hard again. It gets very hard, so we gotta make sure we absolutely kick butt. And make sure we keep our skills, our car control sharp. There we go, back to the left.
Finish.
There we go. Beautiful. Next round. But yeah, the F4X is basically like the performance performance luxury off-road package. Basically, we get things like skid plates for underbody protection, upgraded shock absorbers, a better all-terrain handling, and as well as larger alloy wheels and off-road specific tires, specifically for this truck, which is really, really cool. And I mean, just look at this. This is something that just screams off-road ruggedness, doesn't it? Like it is the, like it was, you know, at the time this game came out, it was like, you know, the creme de la creme, you know, Ford off-road truck. Raptor hadn't come out yet. Raptor wouldn't come out for, you know, another couple of years. So this was the F-150 you wanted if you wanted to go off-roading. At least if you wanted to buy something new to go off-roading. Which I'm not sure how that really works. It's like, you're spending a lot of money to do something that would be kind of inherently kind of damaging to your vehicle. I don't know, it's just not something that necessarily clicked with me. Like, unless you're homologating it for like racing or what have you, for like Baja 1000 or whatever like that. It just seems a little strange.
Final lap.
Final lap. Alright, let's do it. Let's just have a standard race every once in a while. Past the luxury hotel again. Gosh, absolutely beautiful. Could you imagine staying there, having a beachfront hotel, literally like just in a tropical paradise? That'd be so cool. You could literally just walk down to the shoreline from the front of your hotel. Uh-oh. Yep, okay, yeah, you can't plow through. You can't plow through the canoes. You can't plow through the canoes. No canoodling here. No canoodling here. That's fine. And I mean, it makes sense. Those are pretty heavy wooden boats and everything. Yes, for Shelby GT, what's up? Oh boy. Alright. There we go. Cross the line.
Finish. You win.
We win! Alright, round 3. So we got one more round. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why do you try to crash it, but this isn't flat out? Nah, I know it's not flat out. I thought I could get through them to get a little bit better, run, but no. That wasn't the case. Alright, let's get past you. Gosh, it's so difficult to actually stay on the racing line on this one. Just because you're just bouncing around everywhere. It is a lot harder. It is a lot harder to do a racing line here than on other tracks. Oh, very bumpy. Very bumpy, yeah. The skid plates and heavy duty off-road shocks are really really putting in the work, I think. Oh gosh. Scary. Scary, bumpy. I think after this championship, we got time for one more championship. So hopefully it is a good one. I think we'll do the battle of the coupes, maybe using the Ford Racing Puma. I think that might be a good option. Oh gosh, the bouncing. Bouncing. Oh gosh, we do be bouncing everywhere. Oh gosh, control it. There we go. Man, they really wanted this one to be rough and tumble. Holy moly. This is why, even if this is more of like an arcade race, it's still better to choose a manual transmission. It can keep your car much more in the power band. Which is very, very nice. Nice and smooth. And last little bit of boost around the corner.
Finish.
Nice.
You win.
All right, let's get our prizes. Gosh. Yeah, it's gonna take a while for us to fully fill out expert. That's gonna take a little while. Nice, with the EX concept.
Livery pack collected. Car
And another rally car as well, the Mark I Ford Escort. Look at that color. Look at the stripes on the side as well. That is cool.
Livery pack collected. selected.
Nice, another trophy. New trophy. Alright, yeah, we'll do Battle of the Coops next. This is probably the last of the championships tonight.
Battle of the Coops.
Ooh, okay. So we can only get one vehicle here. Oh, it is classic. It's not modern. So this is the last. Ooh, this is the last one then. This is the last one. Oh, that looks so good in that blue. That looks really nice in that blue. You know what? I'm picking this. I'm gonna pick this. There we go. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. This thing, it is the 1970 model. This is an homologation model for the European Touring Car Championship. Only 253 of these specifically were produced. And this is gonna be fun. I think I may have gotten the wrong idea on what a coupe is. Everything else has kind of been more classic convertibles that are much larger. I'm in a much smaller vehicle here. Ow. I was expecting to go up against things like Mustangs and all of that. But no, I got big chunguses. Alright, come on, I gotta catch that T-Bird. I gotta catch that T-Bird. Come on, we're in homologation special. A super limited run. Homologation special. We can do this. Oh gosh, come on. Let's get up down along the inside here. There we go. Alright. Going higher than a top speed. That is alright. Oh gosh. Way wide there. I gotta remember, this is a classic car. Its handling isn't quite as up to date as some of the modern vehicles. Although they're struggling too. They are absolutely struggling. Oh, I should have known this would be more kind of like. I mean, they say coupes, but like all of these are like, you know, the kind of like the cruiser convertibles. I was expecting, you know, kind of more kind of performance, like almost GT cars. But I guess not. I guess not. So this is probably the last then of the classic car championships, I think. I think so, yeah. Alright, one more lap. Let's do this. Alright, already off to a good start. Already off to a great start. Alright, get a little bit of a boost out of the hairpin. Keep it nice and smooth with a high-speed right-hander. Little bit of a drift there. Nothing major. No major issues. Probably up to gear 5. Gotta be careful though. This doesn't exactly have a whole lot of torque. So the uphill sections do cause a little bit of struggle bus in it. One. Boom, across the line. Nice.
You win.
But yeah, this 2.6 liter V6, it's doing us quite well actually for a homologation special for touring cars. Next one, Summit Trail Standard Red. Okay, sweet. We're going from a racetrack to more kind of a place where these classic cars can really shine.
3, 2, 1, go.
There we go, give us that power. Okay, we're gonna have to kind of deal with a little bit of a lack of the straight line speed on the highway section here compared to some of these larger vehicles. But we got the maneuverability to really stick with them, I say as I step out wide. Yeah, we're getting close. Getting just a little bit closer. Come on, give me your suck, give me your slipstream. Around the outside. Heck yeah! Alright, down onto the brakes, down onto the brakes. There we go. We are absolutely moving and schmoving it. Yeah, got no issues here. Yeah, this is beautiful. Absolutely lovely handling. Lightweight. One of the few of the classic cars in this game that doesn't have the V8 motor. It's got a little V6 instead. I mean, let's look at that. That is cute. That is absolutely adorable. Granted, this is like also like the very high performance, you know, special V6 Capri with the Cologne V6 and mechanical fuel injection, producing around 150 horsepower. Not a whole lot of power, but enough to move a fairly light body. 0 to 60 in 8 seconds. Top speed of around 132 miles an hour. Like that is plenty respectable for a touring car homologation special of the era. Nice. Here we go. Oh boy. Alright, come on. Struggling a little bit. Struggling just a tad. There we go. Perfect. be a little bit cautious. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Honestly, we're fairly slowly passing these ones here. I gotta be doing around like 80-ish, maybe 90 miles an hour on the road there to the left. What do you think about this game? Yes. Driver Renegade. What is Driver Renegade? Is that like a fan mod or like a fan game? Okay, they are actually catching us up a little bit on that dirt section. I'll be a little bit careful. Get us across the line. Alright, round 2 complete.
You win!
Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful machine. Next round. It's a driver game for Nintendo 3DS. Huh. Interesting.
Stay on the racing line to earn boost. 3, 2, 1, go!
There we go. Really good start. I don't know. I always feel like racing games don't particularly do too well on like the DS. I just don't feel that good to drive. Outside of like Mario Kart, but that's like super arcadey. And it's one of those things where you kind of need like a little bit of a baseline kind of graphical fidelity to really, you know, get things proper. I should have picked something bigger. I should have definitely picked something bigger. Welcome, Jerry. Hi, Grand Suzuki 3 finish all. Nice. He's got to get the professional league then, and then whatever endurance races, time trials, and all that stuff. But you're at a good start now. You kind of, you know, solid way into the career. Now the big thing now is just getting, you know, the right vehicles and everything like that, and kind of doing the grind. Once you get past the early game, the late game's not too not bad in terms of like getting soft locked. Oh gosh, that is some serious understeer. That is some serious understeer. Ow. Hi. Dream Car Championship gave you the FTA race car. Nice four-wheel drive. It's tough when it's tires, though. But yeah, so FTO will do you well in the professional four-wheel drive and probably turbo car races for sure. If you do use it in the Dream Car Championship and Professional League, give it much harder tires and maybe a stage 1 turbo, just to give yourself a little bit more of an edge. But at the very least, it'll absolutely dominate on the four-wheel drive car stuff, as well as a couple of the endurance races too. Yeah, you got options there, buddy. You got options. Come on. Smooth. There we go. There we go. Huge air. And across the line. Round 3 done.
You win.
But yeah, this Capri absolutely did very well. It's ridiculous, I think these are nuts. I guess. I mean, it's a concept car. It's gonna be hard to sell a concept car, I think. But yeah, this Capri absolutely dominant in the ETCC. Drivers' Championship in 1971, Drivers' Championship in 1972. Had won the 24 Hours of Spa as well. Yeah, Promotion League races are long. But it's still, you know, it's more than doable with the right car. Just gotta be patient with them. They give crazy amounts of money and good prizes, so, you know. If you have a vehicle that can do Professional League races early and have the licenses, may as well get some of them knocked out. You get some good prizes that'll allow you to tackle some of the more niche amateur and beginner races too. As well as endurance races. Because endurance races are where you get the open wheel cars, primarily. I say that despite having done all but 2 of them so far in my current playthrough and not getting a single open wheel car. Just very bad luck. Yeah, the AI can be a little bit quick in 4 Racing 3, especially in the hard mode races. Right now it's only medium difficulty, and because we're not quite that far into the championships. What, we doing alright? We're doing alright here. There we go. Lap 1 complete. Yeah, okay, we're a little bit quicker than them. Yeah, Ford Racing 2 also has the GT concept as well. Ford Racing 1 is I didn't like Ford Racing 1. I like Ford Racing 2 and 3. Ford Racing 1 is kind of very dry, shall we say. Ford Racing 1 is very dry. One more lap. Let's do this. That is absolutely demolished the competition. They are keeping pace though, despite our lighter weight chassis. Ford versus Chevy. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with Ford versus Chevy. It had a cool concept, but it just didn't have the best execution. but it's still all right. It's still all right. Although the Ford definitely has an advantage in some of the championships, mainly the off-road. Mainly off-road. Although the Chevy does have an advantage in the race class, as they have the C6R, whereas Ford only has like the Mark IV, I think, Ford GT. So it's a much older car. Lot worse handling. Anyway, cross the line. Oh, cool! You can see the city in the background as well. Very, very nice.
You win.
I also like how it doesn't look like a headlights at once. We're just driving blindly in the night. Whoops. Alright, final round, final race. Yes, beautiful, beautiful fall countryside. Alright, let's send it. A lot of classic cars in the beautiful, beautiful fall back roads. This is what it's all about. Ooh, a little spicy there. We kind of had a little bit of door banging. Just a gentle amount of door banging. Come on. One. Oh, ow. One more race. It's gonna be a close fight though. These heavier Fords do have some decent pace to them, and they do not play around. If you dilly dally around them, they will absolutely nudge you out wide. And they got the weight to do that too. Gotta be a little bit careful here. Very nice. Alright. Get on the brakes just a little bit to get the car pointed in. Yeah, I also gotta make sure for this one we are in a good position for the each lap. No mistakes, there's no room for a comeback here. Nada. Not at all. Just gotta be a little bit careful. Alright guys, I'm about to head out since I have midterm tomorrow. Alright, good luck on the midterm, man. You got this. Yeah, Ford vs. Chevy is an interesting game. I got a love relationship with it. I'm not sure if I'll play that one particularly on stream, but I got a decent selection of games coming up. Kind of shorter, kind of more, I don't want to say budget titles of PS2, but kind of like more kind of underrated, kind of the good simple games basically for the PS2. So I hope y'all are ready for that. So we got this. I think we got Supercar Street Challenge definitely coming up. What else? What else should be a good one?
Vehicles 3 and 4 have been eliminated.
What else would be a good one? I'll take another look. Oh, okay. You were still being tricky there, buddy. Buddy boyo. Sponge boy me babo. I picked the wrong car for this event and I'm going to die. God, yeah, I remember grinding the points with the tuning stuff. Or like the new cars. Not the biggest fan of that. I wish your points carried over between classes. That way, if you're good in a single class or whatever, you know, you can kind of use those points later on to like give yourself a better start for like the next class. Yeah, what other racing games should I do? I don't know. I have to take a look at that. Oh, that's a big slide. Oh, that's gonna compromise our exit. We still did it though. We still did it. Across the line. Very nice. Heck yeah. Still not the fastest. The Torino is the one that gave us the best one. I could do total immersion racing. That's one I haven't played in a while. That would be a good one. Total immersion racing. Yeah, I could do that.
Car collected.
Nice. We got Biff's car.
Livery pack collected. Cup collected.
There we go. Alright. I think it is starting to get late. I need to get a lot done. And our next events, next race is gonna be yeah, we got five race championships. So it's gonna be a little bit tricky, I think. But we got some good progress. We got a little bit under halfway done. Probably closer to about a third of the way done, given the fact that these later events are a lot longer. But that's fine, I can take that. Anyway, I'm gonna be ending the stream here. It is getting late. Thank you all so much for watching, I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the stream, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what you're doing well in the comments down below. If you didn't like the stream, please let me know what you're doing poor so I can fix that in the future. With that being said, I've been Umbras, and wherever you're in the world, whatever time it is for you, may it be a great time. And I will see you all in the next stream. Until then, take care everybody. Bye bye.